Alright guys, I'm going to do my best to try to teach you how to do fry screaming. I've watched a lot of videos that were awful and some pretty good ones and looked at the sound of screaming myself. I'm going to tell you what I think is the safest and fastest way to develop the screaming kind of voice for fry screaming. Now guys, I'm going to tell you what is wrong. I've watched a lot of videos and there was one in particular from when I started learning that was telling me to whisper really loud, like whisper and yell at the same time. That is not the case. Don't ever do that. It hurt my throat really bad and I stopped immediately. Now what you want to do guys is, it might sound silly, it might sound weird, but make a squeaking door noise or the grudge noise, Ju-on, whatever you want to call her. The that's what's going to help you learn how to scream. And you might wonder why, but it's because the sound is produced from the soft palate. If you put your thumb on the lid of your mouth and move back, you feel a soft part, and that's kind of like rattling and causing that sound to happen. Low! Low! It might sound shitty over this mic, but that's the point, is to try to make the sound like that. Well, basically this is what I did. I watched a video and it was telling me to try to go over the pen. This pen gives you a good visual of what you're trying to do. You're trying to get that grudge noise over the pen. Now, I know I'm rushing through this, but can I just try to go over the pen? Now, if you're already good with using your diaphragm and you've sang and you understand that, basically just push air with your diaphragm. I'm going to teach you how to know if you're using your diaphragm in a minute, but it's kind of like when you yell at someone, hey! Hey! Someone far away, or if you're trying to take a shit and just kind of pushing with your stomach, it's kind of the same thing. So you get the Now, I'm sorry if it sounds awful over this mic, but that's pretty much what I can tell you about that. Another thing is your face. Your face actually has an effect on the sound. It does. It does in singing, it does in screaming, it does in growling. Lifting your eyebrows when you do it, even though it looks fucking silly, is going to help you. Like, lifting your face is just good. It lifts the palate. I'm not sure what it does, but it helps you scream for some reason. It depends on what kind of screaming you're trying to do. Now, let's do an example here. I lift my eyebrows and my mouth. Low! Low! And that's pretty much it for that, guys. Now I'm going to talk about the face more, and then we'll get on to the diaphragm usage. Alright guys, you might be wondering, what do I mean by face usage? Changing the way you shape your mouth, it's mostly your mouth, is going to affect how high and low you scream. It affects growling and singing, of course. Now, I watched a really good video. I can't remember who it was, but he was saying coffee cup. Coffee cup. And it might seem weird, but he was explaining how each high, low, mid have their own different shape of your face. Now, with lower, you kind of want to have a ooh, kind of ooh, because like if you're gonna do growling, which I'm not good at, if you ooh kind of shape with your mouth, even just moving your tongue and rolling it, kind of just curling it back, is going to actually affect the way it sounds. Sounds weird. Yeah, same can be applied to fry screaming. Oh no! When I'm doing mids, my mouth kind of just seems relaxed. Like you're gonna be saying something like coffee cup, coffee cup, kind of enunciate, but when you do higher ones, you kind of open your mouth a lot more. And then when it comes to lower, you're kind of just, it does have to do with your chest, kind of using your chest voice more, but you're kind of closing your mouth more. I'm not very good at lows, guys, but your face affects the way you sound. It sounds crazy, but it's true. Now I'm going to talk about the diaphragm and usage of the diaphragm and a couple of exercises I saw that were pretty cool. Now this is the part a lot of you have been waiting for. How to use your diaphragm. How do I know if I'm using my diaphragm? This is why metal screaming is so hard to explain, because you can't really explain it. You kind of just have to do it. Now, if you look at my body, which is not a very good body, I'm going to show you something. Now the microphone is farther away, but the way to know if you're using your diaphragm is if you kind of put your arms right here, your hands. Every time you use your diaphragm, it puffs out, pushes out. Blood! Oh! No! No! It's pretty simple. That's pretty much a good way to tell if you're using it. Shalala! Stone! Solid gray! Walk the faded line! Yeah. Now, how to use your diaphragm? It's pretty simple. Just inhale air right there and kind of tighten it. You kind of squeeze your stomach out like you're trying to shit every time. Blood! 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 Die! Blood! Blood! It kind of comes naturally after a while, guys. And that's pretty much it for the diaphragm. It's a really good way to figure if you're using it. Now, another cool exercise I saw, even though it might seem silly, was this rainbow weird arm thing she was doing, that Melissa Cross was doing. It actually helped a lot. She just goes, whoa, whoa. She goes higher and higher and higher. And when it comes to warming up to screaming, guys, warming up is very, very important. I'm not going to be talking about warm-ups in this video. You can find warm-ups all over YouTube, but I'm going to show you like two that really helped me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Kind of hold it out at the end and you have a lot of power. You can do it with screaming. Whoa! 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 That helps me a lot. I exhale with my diaphragm every single time I do that kind of thing. And just shouting. Hey! Your stomach inflates. Now another thing I saw Randy Blythe doing, Blythe, whatever you want to call him, it might seem really weird, but he sort of does the ABCs, jumping up and down. And it's kind of weird, but it helps me, because every time you come down, your stomach kind of inflates. Your stomach just inflates every time, so this is like a really good way to practice. I'm going to look retarded doing this, but A-B-C-D-E-F-G-H-I-J-K-L-M-N-O-P-Q-R-S-T-U-V-W-X-Y-Z. It might look retarded, but try it, guys. Once you can scream, this is a good way to get into using your diaphragm. A lot of people don't talk about diaphragm enough. It's actually kind of hard to talk about. Just remember that if you're using your diaphragm, your stomach should inflate. Just push your hands away. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I really hope it helps you out. I know I'm not an amazing screamer, and this mic doesn't really do me justice, but I've been doing this for 4 months. They told me it would take me a year, and I pretty much progressed pretty well. pretty much it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if this video helps you out in any way.